Hello, everyone. I thought I'd do a little Lambtown 2025 follow-up. So it is Monday, October 6th. It is the day after Lambtown. We had a wonderful weekend, got to see a lot of people, do a lot of things. Well, not as many things as you would if you were just going, but we still got to do things. And my son, that is the man behind my channel. He came along with us and he spent the whole day Saturday with us and most of the day Sunday. And we had a lovely time together as a family. And because of him being there, I got to wander around and see people, which was amazing. And the very first place I went when I was able to go wander off is the very first place I go every year. And that was to see Happy Mermaid Yarn Company. I love them. You guys know I love them. I cannot recommend them enough. And they are an amazing family that run it. And I got me a little bag full of goodies. I got this a beautiful sock set. The green and the autumnal colors that you guys know I love. Did not get it to do socks though. I want to make an emotional support chicken with it. I just think it would be so pretty. Oh my gosh, I think it would be beautiful. I want to cast it on right now, but I have some other things that I have to get done. So it's going to have to wait a little bit, but I can't wait. I think it's just going to be so pretty. The colorway is called Nature's Walk, and it is a regular fingering 8515 extra fine superwash merino and nylon. And the mini is the same. And oh, it's beautiful. They have absolutely gorgeous yarns, and I'm like, I wanted all of it. So I controlled myself and I got one. And I had gotten a Alice Wonderland pin from them last year that I lost within about a week, and I was super bummed. So I got a new one this year, and it's not going to go in the same place because I'm not going to lose it. But I got Tweedledee and Tweedledum. And then I also got the green Mad Hatter hat for my son. When he was a little boy, we had a Mad Hatter Tea Party birthday for him. And I made this Mad Hatter hat for him, which I still have. It's really cool. And so I got him that. And he's planning to he's done this before, and take the back off and turn it into a necklace. I think that would be pretty cool. And then I saw this one and I was like, I'm looking at it. And then I read it and I was like, oh, I need to have that one. Practically perfect in every way, Mary Poppins. And I use that saying all the time. I'll say something and I'm like, you know, I'm not Mary Poppins. I am not practically perfect in every way. So I had to get that one. And they make amazing project bags. I love their project bags. So mine is actually still in the bag. I have not opened it. There's their little seal that's on everything. And every one of their bags comes with a lavender sachet. And I always leave it in that bag. And let's see if I can do this. You know what? Here. There we go. No crinkling. So it's a new Alice in Wonderland theme with the drink me and this kind of almost like a Victorian feel to it. And I thought it was so pretty. I needed it. And then your little lavender sachet that goes with it. Let's see what the inside looks like. I haven't seen yet. Oh, it's the same color as the strapped. It's a beige color, which is perfect for me. And that I think looks beautiful with this. Oh, can't wait to use that. This needs to go in it. And then they always give you this like little goodie bag at the at Lambtown, and it has all these little things in it. So there's a couple little Pez in there. There's a tea, a little sachet, and I think there's a sticker. Let's see. So we have a Paris fruity black tea with bergamot oil. Ooh, I'm gonna like that one. and their business card, of course. And I will link them down below. They have an Etsy shop. And then 2 pezzas, a little autumn sachet. How cute is that? And oh, a little Care Bear sticker. I'm an 80s girl. Care Bears are awesome. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. How cute is that? They make you feel so special. But then when you're another vendor that doesn't give out something like that, you sit there and go, maybe I should do that. Because it does, it makes you feel very special. So very, very, very sweet people. Absolutely amazing stuff they make. Definitely check them out, and I will link them. Let's see. My husband went and bought me, this one's from last year. They had some of like the discounted things from the past years, and he picked me up this cute little zip bag. And that was our first year we were selling. And I actually also picked up a t-shirt from 2022. That was the very first year I ever went to Lambtown. And it was a kind of a dark, kind of a navy blue, but more of a smoky navy blue. It's really pretty. And then we got some goodies for being vendors. We got a little Post-it, but then my husband came back with another little Post-it. We got oh, I'm like, I thought these were white when I put them in there. They were white. They were warm. They're mood pencils. So we got 2 pencils. And then we also got some stitch markers in our vendor pack. Cute little Lambtown stitch markers. And a little temporary tattoo. And we got a little Lambtown sticker and a larger Lambtown sticker. And then my husband came back with another little one for me. And he also came back with, I think he came back with this one, or this one was in our packet, I can't remember. And then he went to another booth and he picked me up these. There's a yarn chicken. And with me always doing the chickens, he was like, okay, I'm gonna bring this back. And then he found this cute little like ghosty cat playing with yarn, which is super cute. And then I went to, and I can't remember the name of the booth. Oh, I feel bad. I went to the booth next to me, and if I figure it out, I will link them down below. I'll link as many of the people I bought from that I can remember down below. But I got this cute sticker. I just thought that was so cute. And then when I looked at it after I got it, look, the trees are knit stitches. So cute. And then I got this one. I thought it was funny. Flock you. And my husband came back the next day with another sticker for me. People who say I'm hard to shop for must not know where to buy yarn. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is so me. I'm always saying that. Like, don't tell me I'm hard to shop for. Buy me a skein of yarn and I'm happy. I said, I need to just like permanently attach that right there on my forehead. And then I went to another booth that's right by us. And they had these really cool little cable needles and they bend. And I'm like, this is so neat. Because that's another thing that, you know, when you're doing cables and you've got this thing behind you, you guys know I don't like the double points, so the cables bug me too. I'm always worried about losing stitches or something. Anyway, I was like, this is so neat. I need this. And I picked the green and red Christmas colors. I love Christmas. And then I take it back to the booth and I look at it, and the name, like the color name on it, is Windsor. And I raised my kids in a town called Windsor. They went to school there, Windsor High School, everything was Windsor. And I was like, that is so funny that I picked up one that was Windsor. And I will link her down below. She has a local shop. Really, really nice person. I already went into there. Let's see, stick these in there. And then also from her, oh no, this is from the one right next to us that I got the stickers from. Alexandra, The Art of Yarn. And this is a mini that is 75 superwash merino, 25 nylon. There is no color name on it, but let's do it like this. So there's the color. But I've been picking up these little ones that are in natural colors. So if I do little animals and stuff, I have different colors that I can pull from. And I thought this was a color I didn't have, so I picked it up. And then also from right next door, she had a mug over there, and I said, I need that mug. And I'm like warring with myself because, you know, not a cheap mug, and it's a mug, and I have a lot of mugs. Do I really need this mug? But it was so cool. And I've wanted one for years in the same style, but it said, Master has knitted Dobby a sock. Dobby is free. And I've looked and looked for that mug. Haven't found it. Then I saw this one and I was like, yes, I need this. So I said, if it's still there at the end of the day, I'm going to get it. And she's like, oh, it will be. And I told my husband about it. And about 10 minutes later, I turn around and this box is sitting on one of the looms on the table. And I was like, you went and bought it for me. The yarn chooses the knitter. And then the crossed wands are a needle and a crochet hook. And I was like, you know, not exactly my colors, but we've got the green here, and, you know, it's a nice blend. It is a big mug. I can put a lot of tea in that mug. I'm like, this is going to be my new favorite go-to mug. I absolutely love it. It is going to get its money's worth use out of it. And if somebody breaks it, they're going to be in big trouble. So I was like, oh, I love it. So I have a very sweet husband, and he got it for me. And then I went over and saw Robin at Meridian Jacobs. And you guys know I have now gotten this fondness for Jacob fleece. I love the feel of the Jacob. It's got a sturdiness, but it's still soft. And they're so stinking cute with their 3 colors and their 2 to 4 horns, and I love them. Okay, I've got to show you this. So my son and I have been playing Pokemon Go. If you know, you know. And we play the game. It encourages to go out and walk. We have a loop that's one of the paths right by us. And that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So one of the loops is right here. We go out, we play it, we walk, you know. And if you know the game, there's all these different Pokemon characters, and you get a character, you evolve. Some characters you don't evolve, some you evolve once or twice. And there's one called a Wooloo that's this little fluffy white sheep. Some of these characters are so weird and off the wall looking, but some look very similar to real life things in a cartoon shape. So the Wooloo looks like a regular white fluffy ewe sheep. When you evolve it, and this is my buddy, so you can have a buddy that walks with you. This one is my buddy. And when you evolve it, it is a Jacob sheep. I mean, see if I can get it to turn. There you go. how stinking cute. It is a Jacob sheep. So I was like, that has to be my buddy. And you can change the name. It's called Dub Wool, I think. And you can change the name. So I changed the name to Quirk because if you guys remember that Jacob fleece I got that was, I completely had to scour and everything, and it came from Meridian Jacobs, and the sheep it had come off of, her name was Quirk. So I changed this as Quirk, and Quirk is my buddy on Pokemon Go. So I even get to take the Jacob sheep with me in my game. So it's kind of fun. Anyway, side tangent. Okay, so I went over, and the first day she had these big bags of 8 ounce, but you know, they were bigger than her other ones, bags of fleece. And there was one when I went by, and she was real busy, and I'm like, oh, I want that. I came back later, it was gone, and I was like, oh, darn it. And well, her farm is in Dixon, so she was going home every night. She said, I'm going to bring more tomorrow. I was like, oh, yay. So I went over there the next day, and I got me some fleece, and it's all divided into the 3 colors. So this one I don't have to scour and card and everything. It's all ready to just be spun, and it's got all 3 colors. And I'm like, oh, this is so nice. And I think I'm going to do, so last time I spun and made separate skeins in the 3 colors. This time I think I'm going to spin it, and I'm going to spin 3 different bobbins and do a 3-ply of the 3 colors. And if you actually go to the Junction Fiber Mill website that's in Vermont, they have, if they still have it in stock, they currently have a Jacob wool that has been done with the 3 colors. They separated all 3 colors and they do a special run of it every year. And so they currently have some on their shop, but it looks amazing. It gives you this great heathered look when you work something up in it. So I think I'm going to do that with this one, and I still have some left of the other, and then maybe use all of it together in a project. But oh my gosh, I love Jacob fleece. You know, I watch Yenta Ming Wolding on YouTube, and she loves Zwarbles. So I said that wrong. Zwarbless. She loves Zwarbless, and it's a little bit of a coarser wool too, and it is a great wool. I've spun it, and that's like her favorite thing. That is her go-to thing, is this Zwarbless. But I think Jacob fleece is mine. I love it. So I got that to spin, so that will be fun. Oh, happen to have this still down here. Got this for my son. There was a basket maker there, and he went through like everyone, picking one out for that sound, because he does music and stuff, and he liked the sound of this one, and it wasn't a real sharp ting that a lot of them had. So I got this for him, kind of a thank you for helping us. And then I made a joke as we walked back, and he's shaking it. I said, there you go, son. I bought you a rattle. I didn't get you one as a baby. Now you have your rattle. Bad mama had to torment him. And as we sat there, I would spin from time to time. And I think I might have shown you this before I went in the last podcast, and I had a little bit on it. So I've been spinning the whole time I was there. This was an Into the World colorway, and you know, looks so pretty. The turtle looks so pretty on the Turkish spindles. So this is what I got spun while I was there. I am still on my first section, and I have not gotten into any of the green. It's still the purples. So I have not done the green yet. And I'm thinking what I might actually do is take the green section, like maybe from here to here out, just maybe a little touch of purple will be okay. Take that out of both of them, finish this little bit of purple here, do the purple on another one, then do the green on a third, and again do a 3-ply, so that way there's a little bit of green through the whole skein when I'm done, because it bothers me that you're going to have this little tiny bit of green here and a little tiny bit there. And I'm thinking if I do that, then I can, what I need to do is weigh this when I take it off, and then try and make sure that my next two are around the same weight so that I have a balanced yarn and don't have to play too hard at bobbin chicken. But because this is such a specific wool, it's a gray Suffolk, so it's a coarser wool and everything, and it's not something that I can be like, oh, I'll just blend this in with something else. So I think I'm going to do it that way, and then I can use that to do something that would utilize a rustic fleece more, because it's not an against the skin fleece, but it is beautiful. So hello, you finally decided to come say hello. It took him a while. Hello, Ranch. How are you today? Are we being good today? Yeah? Well, he had timing because I am right at the end of what I had. So I entered my Icelandic fleece rug, and I would hold it up for you right now, but we left last night. We stopped to eat at Texas Roadhouse. Oh yeah, yep. We rewarded ourselves. And I'm sitting there, and about halfway through the meal, I am listening to Happy Little Yarn, her podcast, and she had just gone to a local fair and was talking about entering things. And all of a sudden I went, oh, I forgot my rug. I had left it. So I immediately texted somebody there, and she said that the person who was in charge of all that had already left with everything things that didn't get picked up and needed to be sent back and stuff, and she would get a hold of me. I was like, okay, thank you. Oh. I was like, I like that rug. I want to use it. And I couldn't believe I forgot it. As it was, when I got to Lambtown, I forgot my shrug for the make-along, so I did not go take a picture with the make-along. I forgot 23 spindle bowls that my husband had made, so I didn't have them to sell words. I was like, oh man. So, and then I was trying to get a hold of people that would be coming, and one person, I was like, oh, I don't know when she's coming. And I didn't message her, and she was there the first day, and I was like, darn it, I should have messaged her. So then that day I was trying to message people for Sunday, and I had a couple people that I knew were not coming or I didn't think were coming. Wouldn't you know, Sunday morning, all of a sudden somebody goes walking past, and I was like, I didn't think you were coming. I almost called you. And my son looked at me, you told me you called everybody. I'm like, I didn't think she was coming. She's like, oh, and I was just taking my time. She says, I could have gone by and gotten them. And I was like, my own fault. Oh, well, c'est la vie, right? So I forgot that stuff. But anyway, so my rug, I did not get a ribbon, which I honestly did not really expect. I mean, this is a wool show, and there were some absolutely beautiful, amazing pieces, and the pieces that won over mine definitely deserved it. There was a few others that were in there that would have totally deserved it because they had so much work and this fine thread that they had spun and everything. But I entered it because I wanted the feedback that I didn't get from our own county fair that I had won first place at, that I was the only one in the category. So she gave me feedback. If I think about it, I will attach the clip because I recorded her actually judging it.
So I think Icelandic wool was a good match for a rug. It can be a little tricky to wear. It depends on what you're doing. It depends on the fleece. This is very loosely spun. They might have done that on purpose to make it a little softer and squishier. But I think with use, especially rugs get a lot of wear and tear, they might find that the fibers sort of mat down a little bit. I see what they mean, that they like the texture to stand on. That could be almost like a little massage for your feet.
And she did not have a whole lot to say about it, which in a sense was actually good. So I really appreciate the feedback I got. It actually made me feel even better about my piece because I was very proud of it. And I got what I felt like was good feedback from her. And some of the feedback about the twist being a little loose and stuff, which she said maybe I did on purpose. I did not actually do on purpose. But I know that at that point in time, I was having a little bit more trouble being confident enough on how much twist I was putting into things. And I think if I redid it right now, that would have been a little bit better. So, but it's still, I think it's really nice looking. I can't wait to actually use it and have my feet squishing in it. So, so we had a really good weekend. It was absolutely beautiful weather. It's last number of years, it's been like up to 105, I think, and we were in the 80s. So it was beautiful weather. It was a amazing thing. If you have not gone before and you are able to, I definitely recommend it. Next year will be their 40th year. So they will have had 40 shows next year. So yeah, make sure you check it out. And I'm sorry I didn't like actually record footage. I do have a video from 2 years ago when I walked around and did video. It encapsulates a lot of what you will see if you go. They have moved some things around and some things have been growing. The outdoor vendors in that video are actually in a barn now. So they are in the shade, which is really nice, and it's set up a bit nicer for them. And it's lovely to walk out there. And if you're concerned about too much walking, they do have a tractor that pulls a trailer that goes around and will take you from the closer buildings out to the barns and stuff. So you can actually do that. Food trucks are great, lots of shade trees. They have cooling tents. If you do go and you get really hot, go into where the wool show is. That's always the coolest building. It's attached to the building I was in, but that room specifically is usually like an ice box in there, and it's really nice and cool, and it's an amazing place to go sit and cool down if you need it. And there's always chairs in there. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. And if you went to Lambtown, yeah, I got to meet a couple different people that do have YouTube channels. And one is Tattered Frog, and her name's Marcy, absolutely lovely woman. And she stopped by and saw me, and we did do a selfie, but it was on her phone, so I can't show you that. And then Bears Crochet Critters. And I've been watching her since I started my channel, and she's local. And she was going to come last year and didn't get to, and she was able to come this year. Her and her husband came by, and I was really excited to get to see them. And I did get a selfie with her. So I was really happy for that. And I have a cat spinning on the spinning wheel. She pushes the pedal on the one wheel that's sitting over here, and then the wheel starts to move, and she sits there and watches it move. It's funny. Anyway, I will link both of them, and so go check them out. Bear has not been posting really much lately, so you won't see much there. Tattered Frog, though, she is posting, but still go give them a check. Okay, I see these movements, but this one's being good. He's just sitting here, so he's being good right now. So anyway, hope you guys all had a great weekend, great week, great next weekend, all those things. Make sure and click like and subscribe and notify, all those YouTubey things. It really does help. And check out Lambtown next year. I'll link their YouTube also. They have YouTube, Instagram, and everything. They have posted a lot. They do an amazing sheep to shawl, which I unfortunately did not get the chance to walk out and watch this year. So maybe next year. So have a great day, and we'll see y'all again soon. Bye.